Hi, and welcome to ETHOSystems Sage 100 Contractor Progress Billing. This is a quick overview on how the Progress Billing module in Sage 100 Contractor works. I'm on the Sage 100 Contractor Progress Billing screen right now for a job. I happen to be on application number 8 for this job if you look in the upper part of the screen. I want to take a minute and talk about how we got here. There are a couple of ways that the progress billing can be set up. Under my options, you do see that I can import either the budget for the job or the proposal. And that job proposal can be imported either based on cost codes or based on bid items, whichever the proposal happens to be based items. Notice also on the right that I can round up or bill by cost divisions or the individual cost codes. Each of these methods has distinct advantages and disadvantages that we can go through in a minute. Once I've set the screen up, you notice I have either my cost codes or other items listed, and then various columns that do mimic the typical progress billing format. My original scheduled values, any change orders, the contract value that we are billing, previous application billings, the current complete, a retention percentage and amount. I do have several columns here for stored materials, ranging from previously stored, current, and the current, the retention on the stored materials, and finally the total completed, percentage, and balance. Each line can have its own retention percentage. The retention can manually be adjusted on a line item by line item basis. And each item can have its own taxable or non-taxable designation. If you're using a cost code basis billing, you do have a couple of opportunities to update the amount that you want to bill by either the total cost amounts or the billing totals if you're basing your billing on a proposal amount. The program will read the total cost to date and compare that against what's been previously billed, putting the remainder in the current billed column. You also have the ability each period to update the change orders. You can update the change orders either by adding them to the existing lines by cost code or by placing the change orders at the bottom of the screen. This is your choice. Once a billing is computed and you are happy with the way you want it to be, note you can do that either by entering in percentage completes or you can enter in current amounts. Whichever you put in, you're computing the other amount. So the program does offer you the ability to compute either the current column based on the percentages you've entered or the percentages based on what you've put into the current column. Once we have the amounts we want, notice in the lower left-hand corner, there's a button to submit the billing. This changes the billing status to submitted from open and also inserts a date into the billing header under the submitted field. You can still change a submitted billing. You do get a warning that it has been submitted, but it is fully changeable. If you notice, the next status is post. This does post the invoice into the accounts receivable as a receivable invoice. At that point, in order to make changes on the progress billing, you would need to void it and go back to a submitted status. And then finally, your last status would be to create the next billing. That fully closes out that billing and creates the new billing so that you can get ready to bill the next period. At any point in time, you can also drill down and see the actual invoice that was created when you may have posted a billing. The program comes with a form that does do the progress billing format. Notice the cover page with the contract summary and additional pages with the line-by-line detail. If you want to edit and modify the form design, you can do so. This is an example of an edited form design and progress billing form. As you can see, this is fully integrated with the rest of the Sage 100 Contractor software from the point of being able to build the initial schedule of values based on either your budget or your proposal through actually using costs to suggest billing amounts if you so choose, and finally integrated into accounts receivable. If you have any questions about progress billing or any other part of your Sage 100 Contractor software, email us at support@ethosystems.com.